They done took down Puff. They done took down all these other powerful black people. Jay-Z's like the lone standing powerful black man.
You do the track wrestling on them. Jay is them people.
But I know they went up to the feds one day and they took some paperwork up there to him.
Let's be very clear. This is the email that DJ Vlad sent me, his producer sent me, asking me to appear on his podcast on YouTube just after the Cassie video was released on my birthday.
But like, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. You know, so I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy.
Man, that was 50 Cent. No one's scared of 50 Cent. I want everyone to be clear. No one's scared of 50 Cent.
I think it was kind of taken out of context a little bit, but what do you think about it?
I don't think it was taken out of context. No, I think the guy who was talking to him made him feel like a punk. You see what I'm saying? So he had to say, yo, nobody scared of 50. Let's get this clear. Nobody is scared of 50. You know, but I'm not the issue. Him making you feel like a punk is the issue. At the end of the day, I look at it and people don't assess themselves. Even really intelligent people. Jay's a smart guy. You know what I'm saying? He'll analyze other people and other things that they're doing and not actually look at what's happening to him and his transition and difference.
Jay, your music saved my life, man. We're Sagittarius too, Bob. Thank you so much.
Jay-Z and Sean Diddy's Combs once carried an image of being beyond reach, protected by status, influence, and long-standing alliances. However, the documentary illustrates how quickly strong partnerships can weaken when power dynamics begin to shift. As scrutiny intensified around Diddy, the public response remained noticeably restrained. Away from cameras and headlines, what once appeared to be a firm connection reportedly grew more calculated and guarded.
They done took down all these other powerful black people. Jay-Z's like the lone standing powerful black man.
You do the track wrestling on them. Jay is them people. If you do the history of most of the people that got in trouble in the industry, big trouble, who they went to for help?
That's true.
When Lil Wayne was in trouble, who did he go to? When Meek Mills was in trouble, who did he go to? Meek Mills said it himself. Desiree helped me. You understand? So how could he be up next? You know what I'm saying? He is them people. They go to him when they got problems. And what they gonna say if he don't come up and nothing? What they gonna say? Told you, he ain't got nothing to do with that. They still gonna cover it up anyway. But I don't think they coming after him at all. I don't think they got, but like I said, I think he is them. He has a relationship with them. You talking about a woman that had a relationship with the feds for 20-something years.
For months, 50 Cent hinted that his accusations were not rumors, but part of a larger body of material he was compiling into a documentary, even as others stayed quiet and external pressure steadily increased. Sources indicate that Jay-Z may have assessed the situation early, choosing careful distance over visible loyalty, reducing public ties, minimizing exposure, and allowing a silence that appeared intentional rather than accidental to speak for itself.
You got an agent, your agent that's in charge of you. You think she don't have no relationships with over the years with all these agents that became retired and connected and this and that and the third till they just know she got power. That's power over there. You know what I'm saying? Who you wanting one on your side? You got them on your side? You know what I'm saying? If something happened with him, it's going to be about a money situation. It ain't going to be nothing that's going to hurt. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't see them going after him. You know what I'm saying? But everything Jaguar be saying do flourish.
What caught many insiders off guard was the legal overlap itself. As new allegations surfaced, Alex Spiro, known for representing Jay-Z, repeatedly appeared in matters tied to the mounting legal pressure around Sean Diddy Combs. The timing and repetition raised eyebrows. To some observers, it suggested strategic positioning, happening away from public view, moves focused less on headlines and more on limiting exposure, protecting long-term interests, and maintaining leverage if the situation escalated further.
And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it. You want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you? I can tell you how it feels. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. That Cassie shit, that's nothing. I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me and he's got it on tape. Just like Diddy. And they're gonna be crazy. It's gonna be the women that give them it.
Critics such as Jaguar Wright argue that Jay-Z has mastered the art of stepping back before controversy fully erupts. As Diddy's challenges intensified, 50 Cent appeared unusually confident and well-informed, hinting that dynamics behind the scenes had already shifted. If Jay-Z expected sensitive information to surface, creating distance may have been a calculated decision, shielding himself while events unfolded without needing to issue direct responses. The suggestion remains unspoken but powerful. If any fracture occurred, some believe it began privately, reinforcing how closely the reputations and legacies of Jay-Z and Diddy continue to intersect.
These are criminals. Diddy is a deal, and so is Jay-Z. The proof is there. How many up people does he have to be aware of before people see him for who he is?
It seems like these artists are trying to run away from their past. Diddy changed his name multiple times to say, that's not me. I'm trying to move beyond Diddy. I'm Love now. It seems like Jay-Z would try to run away from his past.
Calling that love and anything that he did love. Brother love. What kind of love? Baby oil love. Baby love. Baby love. Explicit love. Hey! They never thought that hip hop would take it this far.
Oh man, it's different now.
These lyrics are all hitting different right now. All that people talking about. Fathers.
Jaguar maintains that their histories are deeply intertwined. In her view, their careers rose along parallel tracks shaped by shared environments and overlapping decisions. Movement by one inevitably influences the other. She suggests the connection between them is too layered to dissolve easily, formed through years of proximity, ambition, and unspoken chapters that bind their narratives together in ways the public may never fully see.
Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane, to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter. Yeah. Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it. Think of the power of that moment. Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend?
It's So, Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress who died of an imaginary aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestseller.
Observers also noted a quieter development when Beyonce and Jay-Z experienced a visible drop in followers without addressing it publicly. There were no clarifications or defensive statements, only a smooth continuation of business as usual. To Jaguar, that restraint did not represent comfort. She interpreted it as control. In her assessment, the calm exterior masked growing pressure, suggesting that while little was being said outwardly, serious calculations were unfolding behind the scenes.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Yeah, shout out D. Haven. He actually hit us up, wanted to tell this story.
You need to talk to D. Haven.
Yeah, we need to talk to him.
I told you that last year when I put you on the phone with her.
And in her eyes, it's not just Jay-Z who's a criminal, but also his wife, Beyonce.
Why your husband don't want to put his seed inside of you? He put it in everybody else? Wild in this world, yo.
It's funny, you open up Beyonce's internet, it just gets weird.
Beyonce's internet.
That's what we're calling
that
it.
That belongs to the devil. Unless you calling that the devil, she ain't nothing but an employee.
Oh.
And half of which dumbass bitch.
So, you know, it's funny that it's crazy you say these things.
Why don't nobody want to accept that?
I think she's...
She went the girl cats.
Okay.
A girl went to court and charged her with extreme witchcraft. She was hypnotized. Beyonce came and she was in there eating on her and shit while she was asleep. You know, snacking on his big people cats. And guess what? They wouldn't give her the restraining order. They just told her to stay away from Beyonce and work for somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too. Which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician. And she was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough because she just started all the girls.
Jaguar Wright clarified that her appearance on Piers Morgan's show was not orchestrated. She explained that the invitation came through her representatives and that she accepted because of his reputation for detailed vetting and legal awareness. According to her, that decision mattered. Once the interview aired, her statements were difficult to dismiss. The response was swift. Media personalities reacted quickly, and DJ Vlad publicly rejected her claims. To her supporters, that reaction felt less like a simple disagreement and more like proof that she had touched on something uncomfortable.
No, I know. He said he would never sit with me. He would never have me on it. He never wanted to talk to me. Never would.
But I got receipts. Vlad, why did you reach out to Jag back in June asking for Jag to be on the show?
Why you do that, Vlad?
Vlad, why you playing in our face?
Why you lying? Why you lying on his podcast?
And Vlad and your fat wife.
We'll stop there.
Damn.
But
Damn.
Let's be very clear. This is the email that DJ Vlad sent me, his producer sent me, asking me to appear on his podcast on YouTube just after the Cassie video was released on my birthday. I saw it. I never responded. Odell responded. Weeks and weeks later. But then again, Diddy was already in trouble, so you really didn't need to talk to me because you couldn't do much disinformation with me. I guess that's why your friend from the Star Report, or should I say the Comet Report, because he crashed out just like a comet. I guess that's why he was so upset when I started asking him relevant questions about why he's propping up a liar. At this point in time, Vlad, I think it's only fair to say that Carol Johnson, your assistant, unless you're saying you didn't know, she sent this on your back.
She continued by reminding viewers that months earlier she had warned that sensitive material was circulating quietly behind the scenes. At the time, critics dismissed her comments due to a lack of visible proof. However, as legal sources connected to ongoing cases later acknowledged awareness of similar material, the tone of the conversation shifted. What had once been labeled speculation began to look more serious. In that light, the earlier silence from key figures appeared less accidental and more deliberate.
I didn't even know Vlad was going to be on.
Oh.
Like I said, it was brilliant. Wow. Because everything that he said, denouncing me and then confirming me, and then talking about, that all happened a day before the report about the 9-year-old boy was released. And before people started confirming that the video that was being shopped around was Bieber and Diddy. See, that's the problem with running your mouth, Vlad. That's the problem. You didn't realize on Monday that every word that you said was going to be invalidated on Tuesday. See, that's what happens when you're a liar. See, I didn't have to worry about what I said on Monday because I knew what I said on Monday was going to hold up on Wednesday. The truth needs no support, just time and room.
Jaguar described that period as a decisive turning point. In her view, misinformation can survive only through constant distraction and coordinated denial, while truth does not require theatrics. She argued that truth simply needs time and the space to surface naturally. According to her, once that process begins, it becomes difficult to contain.
Trying to start Death Row East Coast. And I would have been Pac, Eric B, and you know what I'm saying, all the dudes here in New York. So then they're gonna have groups coming back and forth from Cali to New York. So it was just good business just to chill out with that. But they was trying to chill out the whole thing. They had a big meeting and Puff wouldn't send a representative or let Zip or Chaz represent them in the meeting.
Yeah, that's a wild story. Yeah, who told you this story, if you don't mind me asking?
I was there.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that, man. I didn't know you was there. So you was there when Jay was scared to come out his hotel room. I had no idea, man.
I used to roll with Chaz every day, bro. And then it came out. And then it came out, somebody else told the story. But that, I think it may have been Dame Dash or something like that told the story. A lot of my stories get out, man, but they don't believe when I tell them.
Gene claimed there were later attempts to downplay or erase certain narratives, but he stands by his version of events. He believes the industry acted fast to contain tensions at a time when efforts were being made to bridge divides between the East and West Coast scenes. Figures like Tupac Shakur and Jay-Z represented powerful symbols within that dynamic. If rivalry between them had escalated fully, it could have disrupted broader plans for unity. In Gene's view, the story was not buried to defend facts, but to safeguard a future that influential players were quietly trying to shape.